Cathy Hughes is a dynamic media pioneer who demonstrates the power of one woman, one vision, one company, Urban One, formerly known as Radio One. I'm Tyrone Bowman. This is Tyrone Bowman Tonight. As we get started here on the program, let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying these inspirational, motivational teaching segments and programs? If so, would you kindly like, share, and subscribe to Tyrone Bowman Tonight? Ask your family, tell your family, friends, neighbors, and even your enemies to subscribe to Tyrone Bowman Tonight right here on YouTube. And also, question, are you an individual who believes that they have a prophetic call on their lives? If so, you're going to need a spiritual mentor. Why not connect with Higher Dimensions School for the Prophets at www.schoolfortheprophets.com. That's Higher Dimensions School for the Prophets at www.schoolfortheprophets.com. And once you have access to their website, take out a few minutes and send them your email address, and someone will be glad to get back to you. The topic of discussion on this evening, I'm going to be talking about Cathy Hughes. And just exactly who is Cathy Hughes? Catherine Ligon Hughes is an American entrepreneur, radio and television personality, and business executive. She has been listed as the second richest black woman in the United States. She founded the media company Radio One, now known as Urban One. And when the company went public in 1999, she became the first African American woman to head a publicly traded corporation. In the 1970s, Hughes created the urban radio format called The Quiet Storm on Howard University's radio station WHUR with disc jockey and fellow Howard student Melvin Lindsay. Cathy Hughes was born to Helen Jones Woods, a trombonist with the International Sweethearts of Rhythm at Piney Woods School, a private boarding school in Mississippi, and William Alfred Woods, who was the first African American to earn an accounting degree from Cretin University. Her grandfather, Lawrence C. Jones, was a successful Mississippi educator and lynching survivor. The family lived in the Logan Fontelli housing projects while Hughes' father attended college. Hughes was far from an only child. Growing up with a house of siblings, she found her love for music at a very young age, while repeatedly each night lying in bed listening to Everly Brothers and the Platters. In the early life of Cathy Hughes, things were not easy for her because her parents did not have much money. At this young, vital age, she struggled to feed. In fact, she lied about her age to get her first job at the age of 14. Hughes went to the University of Nebraska, Omaha, and Cretin University, taking business administration courses, her father's alma mater, but was not able to compete and receive a degree, which led to her getting a job as a sales manager at Howard University's radio station, WHUR-FM. Before radio in the mid-1960s, Hughes worked for an African-American newspaper called the Omaha Star. Hughes began her career in 1969 at KOWH in Omaha, but left for Washington, D.C. after she was offered a job as an administrative assistant with Tony Brown at the School of Communications at Howard University. In 1973, she became general manager of the university's radio station, WHUR-FM, increasing station revenue from $250,000 to $3 million in her first year. In 1975, Hughes became the first woman vice president and general manager of a station in the nation's capital, and created the format known as The Quiet Storm, which revolutionized urban radio and was aired on over 400 stations nationwide. During her marriage with Dewey Hughes in 1979, They set out to purchase a radio station, successfully finding a lender after being denied 32 times by banks. In 1980, Hughes and then husband Dewey founded Radio 1, subsequently buying AM radio station WOL 1450 in Washington, D.C. After the previous employees had destroyed the facility, she faced financial difficulties and subsequently lost her home and moved with her young son to live at the station. Her fortunes began to change when she revamped the R&B station to a 24-hour talk radio format with the theme "Information is Power." Hughes served as the station's morning show host for 11 years. In 1982, the bank had threatened to cease payments to Hughes' investment unless she agreed to airing music. She decided to keep her station airing a talk format in the morning and music throughout the day. WOL is still the most listened to talk radio station in the nation's capital. In 1987, Hughes bought radio station WMMJ with her company Radio 1, now Urban One. In 1995, Radio 1 bought radio station WKYS. Radio 1 went on to own 70 radio stations in 9 major markets in the U.S. in 1999. Radio 1 became a publicly traded company listed under the NASDAQ stock exchange. As of 2007, Hughes' son, Alfred Liggins III, served as CEO and president of Radio 1, and Hughes as chairperson. Hughes is also a minority owner of BET Industries. In January 2004, Radio launched TV One. Radio 1 launched TV One, never forget that, a national cable and satellite television network which bills itself as the lifestyle and entertainment network for African American adults. Hughes interviews prominent personalities, usually in the entertainment industry, for the network's talk program TV One on One. Both Hughes and her son Alfred Liggins have been named Entrepreneur of the Year by the company Ernst & Young. She is a notable member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. In 2015, a local business organization unofficially named the corner of 4th Street and H Street Northeast in Washington, D.C. Check it out, Cathy Hughes Corner. Hughes' life story is featured on the documentary series Profiles of African American Success. In 2016, Hughes was inducted into the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. Let me just say this to you, ladies and gentlemen. Never forget, if you want to achieve your goals in this life, it is hard work. It doesn't come by wishing. It doesn't come by just thinking positive. It doesn't come by just reading self-help books. It doesn't even come by just having a religious experience. You are going to have to work long, and you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to sacrifice things you never wanted to sacrifice. You're going to have to give up so much of your time. Why? Because as an entrepreneur, as a discoverer of things, as a pioneer, as an inventor, and even one who wants to major in the art of commerce, it takes a lot of your and my time to be able to do the things that we want to do to bring health, happiness, success, prosperity, and plenty of money. Money is freedom. Don't let anyone kid you. America is a capitalistic society. Always has been, and it always will be. And I'll tell you something no one wants to tell you. America is a corporation. What? Take out the time to study and research for yourselves, just like I do. Don't take anyone's word for anything. Do your own research. Do your own studying. If you believe that you have a gift, talent, a special ability, then pursue it. It may cost you everything, but pursue it. Don't just read something in a magazine and think, oh wow, it just happened for them. You don't know the price that men and women are paying in every field of endeavor to be successful. That's another conversation for another time. But I wanted to insert that. Now I'm back to Cathy Hughes. In 2020, Cathy Hughes accepted a position on the Board of Trustees at Cretin University in Omaha. Cathy Hughes has titled many awards, granted an honorary doctorate from Sojourner Douglas College in Baltimore, Maryland in 1995. That accomplishment drove Hughes back to school 2 years later. In 1988, she was the first woman awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 12th annual ceremony. Hughes is also a member of the Maryland Chamber of Commerce Business Hall of Fame. Jumping to the year 2000, she was awarded the first annual Black History Hall of Fame Award. Following that, she was presented the National Action Network's Keepers of the Dream Award, which is an award that spotlights role models who contribute to and honor Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy. Radio 1 is number 9 on BET 100 with a net worth of $450.8 million for the year 2015 and counting. So there you have it. This is the profile for today. Cathy Hughes is an American entrepreneur, radio and television personality, and business executive. She has been listed as the second richest Black woman in the United States. Never surrender, never quit.